Hello everyone, I'm Alvin. Today I want to introduce my project, Cursor Oracle MCP Tools. Cursor is the powerful AI development tools. It can automatically to debug program with less user prompt. So how we can use it to debug stock procedure in the Oracle database? Simply we can just prompt the cursor to use the command line tools like the SQL Plus or SQL CL, but there has two major drawbacks to use those pre-built generic command line tools. Firstly, those command line tools doesn't have a backend service. It is a single process. Means every time when you use cursor to call those tools connect to your database to run any SQL query or statement, it needs to take time to build the connection, which take additional time. But this is not the worst. The second issue is most important. When you enable Cursor to use those tools to connect to your database, Cursor can generate 100 SQL commands in a minute. And when you eventually aware your data already lost, you have no chance to get it back, right? Since we cannot fully control what SQL was run by the AI language model. Currently, this is the major issue when we use AI. So that is the goal I implement these tools. My tools connect to the Oracle database with a connection pool. It can allow you to define multiple connections on different database, and the cursor can use my tools to run the query on the database you configured. And every time when cursor requests my tools to execute a query or any SQL statement, we will have a built-in screen function to detect is there any sensitive keyword like the create, alter, drop, truncate. We will pop up a window to let you review the whole SQL statement. If only after you approved, we will have you to run the SQL command. But for other just harmless select query, we can use our connection pool to accelerate those query, and cursor can just continually to run that in the backend. Suddenly, you don't need to watch each the command they try to run on your database. Okay, let's see a demo. This is a Oracle NetInc database running on OCI Cloud. We have a simple table EMP with the name, department, and salary. We want to find the highest salary in each department. Okay, so let's use a cursor to run the query to show we can connect to the database. Okay, so you can see the MCP service already configured. It has three built-in functions: EQ query, EQ the SQL file, and list the connections. So this is checking the available MCP tools to run the query. I just use the default agent on the cursor. So you see it already lists connection, and you find the EQ query on the EMP table, but some column is wrong, right? So it's just query the full table to get the column information, then rerun the query. During the whole time, you can see it run the query just fluently without any user interaction. It just run out select, and that select query is automatically approved by the MCP service. And they found the higher salary is 6,000 in for EVA in the department 20, right? So this is just a simple query to show we can connect to the database. So let's show you how they can help to debug DB issues. Um, we have some stock procedure in this database, like this one. It's doing the moving average forecast for basing on some table. For example, the result will be right to this table. Let's see what they have. Okay, it has some the forecast data created at Windows that that's broken the stop procedure. Forecast date. Let's drop it. So then let me run the stop procedure. Windows at horizon. Windows at 3, horizon 12. It cannot run, right? Because it is invalid. We just paste the error message to cursor, let it debug automatically. Okay, just fix it. Throw it, we don't need to care about how they fix it because it can connect to the database to run any query. It can just query the stop procedure from user source table. It understands all the Oracle database command and tables. So it already see the forecast table has some structure issue, right? You see, it's try to find the column in the table, and the cause of the error is a missing column, so the procedure is right. I just let it to add the column by itself. Then I turn to another page. You see, the pop-up is coming up, even it's running in the backend. When our MCP tools detect it trying to modify the database, you see the pop-up this review window to show what database one it want to change, and the action is alter. The keyword hit by the alter, right? And this is a DDL auto commit command, so it requires user to approve. Then I just let it go. Then we go back to see the results. Okay, it's trying to compile it again, compile the stop procedure. This is also another alter command. I just approve it. Okay, everything is fine. The stop procedure was fixed. I didn't change any code. I just approved to action. So let me run this stop procedure again to see execute successful, right? So we already tried to use this MCP tools in complex production environment to debug those complex issue in a package with many stop procedure, a long stop procedure, and a lot data, the million level data join query issue, 64 GB temporary table space full issue. It's working well. It just with very less user input, and also all the danger command will be pop up for review. Okay, so let me show how to install these tools. I just remove it.